Good morning, and thank you for joining us on WCHS News Channel 12. I'm Lily Grickel.
And I'm Rachel Goldman. On our 9 o'clock news, we are going to take a look at the weather for today and in the future here in Hatteras, North Carolina. Let's take a look at our maps and radars for today. This image shows the cloud coverage in this region. As you can see, there are many clouds off the Carolina coast, but today there are clear skies and no precipitation. The clouds are moving towards Hatteras and will reach us by tomorrow and may stay here for the remaining of the week. This infrared satellite shows the altitude of the clouds. Over here, there is a reddish-orange spot that is the highest and coldest clouds currently. There are clouds off the coast, but they will not affect Hatteras. Due to the clear skies, daytime heating will occur. There is a more opportunity for the atmosphere to heat up today on the surface than there is for the rest of the week. With the probability of the rain for the next few days, thunderstorms may occur. This is because if there is moisture on the ground, it will evaporate due to daytime heating, which may create thunderstorms. As you can see on the Doppler radar, there is a storm currently over Florida, and it could potentially affect the Hatteras Islands. However, since storms generally move east, the storm would just miss us. This surface map shows a cold front coming in from the northwest and could probably be here within the next few weeks. You can see that there are 2 troughs of low pressure, and we can see the small areas of rain on the right trough. There is also an area of high pressure over here in the North Carolina area. These areas of high pressure have winds that flow outwards towards the areas of low pressure. Now to Lily for our 3-day forecast.
Thank you, Rachel. I'm your forecaster for today, so let's look at the weather for the next 3 days. There are clear skies all day today with a high of 60 degrees Fahrenheit. There are light wind speeds of 5 to 10 miles an hour coming from the north. The low tonight is going to be 55 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and once again small amounts of wind from the north at 5 miles an hour. Looking into tomorrow with clouds we saw earlier on the map, will be coming in and making an overcast skies. Winds are staying at 5 miles an hour, but now coming in more from the north-northeast. The chance of rain is also in effect, however only at 20%. As we get later into tomorrow night, winds will increase to 5 to 10 miles an hour from the north-northeast, and the chance of rain will increase to 30%. Once again, tomorrow night will be cloudy, overcast skies with a low of 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind speeds and rain percentage will continue to increase as we go into Thursday with a 70% chance of rain, and wind coming in at 15 miles an hour, and still overcast with a high of 62, and later Thursday night a low of 56 degrees Fahrenheit, and still a chance of rain. That's all for our 3-day forecast. Back to you, Rachel.
Thank you, Lily. Now to Jay Sean for our severe weather story.
Hello, my name is Jay Sean Williams. Thank you, Lily and Rachel, for the weather status update. As we approach the hurricane season, we must prepare our citizens and visitors with tips on how to prepare their houses for hurricanes. These are the hurricanes that went off our coast during hurricane season in 2014. There are 9 hurricanes that formed, but Hurricane Arthur last year was the earliest hurricane of the season. It hit the Hatteras Islands on July 3, 2014. This Category 2 hurricane was the earliest hurricane of the season since 1989. The peak wind speed of the hurricane was 100 miles per hour. The storm developed over warm ocean water, rotating counterclockwise, forming off South Carolina and moving towards the coast. As you can see in the time-lapse of the hurricane, the night before Hurricane Arthur hit land, the eye of the hurricane shrunk and the arms of the hurricane got closer to the eye. This caused the hurricane to pick up speed. Evacuation was mandatory due to the damages caused by the storm, forcing thousands of people to pack their bags and leave. Southern parts of Hatteras Island and the NC Highway 12 closed on Ocracoke Island. Trees and power lines were down in the Hatteras area, causing power outages from Hurricane Arthur, which spread to almost half of the country. The hurricane trampled 40 power lines, which is relatively close to the 48 power lines Hurricane Isabel tore down in 2003. More than 40,000 people lost their power in their homes, and many neighborhoods were flooded. The power line destruction left visitors and residents on Hatteras Island using only generator power. According to the Outer Banks Voice, in 2014, a total of 145 structures sustained minor damage. 16 had major damage, and none were destroyed. No lives were lost, in this hurricane, but many buildings were destroyed and roads and bridges were damaged and collapsed along the coast. Damages of $1.2 million caused from the destruction of the hurricane. To keep the lives lost to a minimum, we must increase awareness of what to do during a hurricane and what we can do to prepare ourselves before the hurricanes come.
Thank you, Jayshawn, and thank you once again for joining us this morning. Remember to keep your umbrella with you throughout the week as we are expecting some rain.